From the land of the rising sun comes the fiercest fighters, the hardest hits, and the brightest lights in pro wrestling. Joshi isn't just wrestling, it's heart, passion, and rebellion packed into every single match. So lace up your boots, crank up the volume, and get ready to dive into the world where idols become icons and legends are born in the ring. This is where passion meets punk and wrestling meets pure chaos. Welcome to the Cult of Joshi with your host, Raja and John.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Cult of Joshi. I'm your host, Raja, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, John.
Hello.
And I believe some congratulations are in order.
Or some very sad, it's a sad...
Some sad fans out there.
Listen. Before you even say it.
On both sides.
Everybody knows. It's a sad day.
Yes.
For me, personally. and listen, some of you may laugh about this, but I have to be sincere here.
Okay.
I think a lot of people have probably seen the marriage announcement.
Yes.
You know, that the Natsupoi, our soul bearer from the show.
Yes.
And Shingo Takagi are married.
Yes.
And I don't want to be silly, and a lot of times, no matter what walk of life I'm in, I'm trying to be serious and people just laugh.
Just like that.
Exactly like that. Thank you for using an example.
Yeah.
But this one got me because somewhere deep inside, I thought that there could be car wrecks or people randomly falling off the Grand Canyon when taking a selfie or something like that. And little things can happen like that and two lives would meet. And someday I could be at one with Shingo Takagi. And it's been a long road, but I guess it's over.
Your hopes and dreams are all dashed.
I'll never forget New York City. And I'll never forget, just all of a sudden, there he was, right in front of me. I was staying in a hotel with them. One of my best friends that let me come on the tour.
Yeah.
And
that I couldn't go on.
And would never let me come again after hearing this. But there I was, I had awkward times of Ishii. I had incredible times of Kota Ibushi. I even had times of maskless wrestlers. But nothing could be topped. I even went in the back in ECW Arena and took pictures with Geto and
nothing compares to the Rampage Dragon.
The Rampage Dragon, whom I own probably every meaningful shirt the man's ever produced.
Yeah.
And here it's just this simple for him. It's this easy.
He just tosses you aside like this.
For a little fairy. And I have pixie dust.
If only he had believed.
I have feral dreams.
You're even wearing your Tiger Hattori retirement shirt from the tour.
Oh my God.
It's subconsciously, you're just thinking about it.
It is. No, but honestly, congratulations to the couple, right?
Oh my goodness. So for those of you who haven't heard, as we've alluded to, Natsupoi and Shingo Takagi have announced their marriage at the end of 2025, I believe, is when they got married. Mm-hmm. And they have been seeing each other for quite a while, since like 2024, early 2024.
I knew those mixed shows were a bad idea.
I don't think that's even where they met.
You don't know that, though.
I think she said it was at just a New Japan show that she just saw him. And then I love this story because the whole thing about Goto being the one to put the idea of proposing into Shingo's mind is so funny. Like, Goto just out here playing Cupid.
Goto's sitting somewhere right now like, always the bridesmaid.
That's what he was dropping hints at, like you do. Yeah. That's Shingo Takagi.
I'm the wingman.
Shingo is just the bachelor, I guess. He's just, everyone wants him. But Natsupoi has claimed the dragon for herself. The dragon and the fairy.
I'll just have you know that if we were in 1985, and Shingo Takagi worked in Mid-South Wrestling, he would have just been fired.
Yeah, I mean,
If you worked in
there are rules.
Memphis, 1982, can you imagine if Sweet Stan Lane of the Fabulous Ones had said, "Yo, I'm married, girls"? No, it didn't happen.
No.
It was absolutely, in the old days, you were donesies because part of the appeal was the girls.
Yes. Thinking they have a chance.
Yeah, were the guys. However you want to look at that.
Whoever it is that thought they had a chance.
So it was always a thing in the territories. You never let them know about relationships, right? You just never know. And the funny thing is, when I was in a band, that was kind of like an unspoken thing too. Like you didn't just come on stage and go, "I'd like to say hi to my wife back there."
I love my wife.
Yeah, but what's going on, Pookie?
Yeah, no. Everyone leaves.
like 20 goth girls just walk right out. And I don't know, for some reason, people just want to be able to have this. I don't want to say fantasy. People take that word.
It is a fantasy,
but it's a fantasy, right?
They think that there is a possibility that you'll fall in love with them.
Yeah.
And that keeps their little mind going, and they try to get your attention while they're in the crowd. It's like half the reason they're there.
But here's the thing. I love it. I loved it on stage. I love being able to sing a song and make eye contact with someone. I'm just that kind of person. Like, I like walking on a bus and someone in a seat, and you're passing by them, and you just make that one little second.
Yes.
In that one little second, you see your whole life together. You see running to each other on a beach. You see all this stuff,
It's all very Jimmy Buffett, yes.
It's just crazy. And I love those things, and I always loved it on stage. I love it in wrestling. Now, granted, in my wrestling, I was way more of a heel. That the only people looking at me were old ladies, and they were spitting tobacco at me.
Or little kids who thought you were awesome.
Well, they did think I am awesome. But that's a beautiful part. But that's why they kind of didn't do that. But it's a new day, right?
Yeah. To be fair, if it was 1985 and Natsupoi was working in All Japan Women, she would have been forced to retire years ago. So
we got to bring up old shit. Is that what it is?
She'd have been done years ago, and already married.
Dude, think about that. Think about all the amazing women wrestlers at 26 years old.
I can't think about it because it makes me upset that they were forced to retire at 26 when we've seen so much good out of women that are older than that.
That we call babies.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I had Sakura out here at 28. We're like, oh, a baby.
Yeah. Is Carrara is over 26, right?
She's close, I think. She's 25 at this point.
Old hag.
But of course, you've got like Mayu out here at 31, and then 32 maybe at this point, and Sariano, of course, like 34 now, and
it's insane.
Jaguar Yokota's still going.
Well, I mean, it's really insane, and I think it's become a thing, and people have figured this out. But it's so weird how age has worked. Like, if you watch an old 1970s clip from an NFL game, and you see all these old Vikings on the bench, and you're just like, not the Minnesota Vikings, but you know what I'm saying.
Viking-looking men.
Yeah, all the beards and everything. These guys, beard or not, they looked like they were all 45.
Right.
And you come to find out, if you look back, these guys were like 19, 20 years old.
Yeah, like fresh out of college.
And it's the same way no matter what you look at. Like, if you watch an old show or anything like that, you're always like, oh, man, that person was old. I mean, it's just crazy how it's changed, because now you have like Hollywood actresses that are just glamorous at 60.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, the advancements in like keeping you young these days.
And it must just be so much. I don't know if we have so many bad things in our food that we're just preserved.
Maybe.
Because I've thought about that. Everybody's like...
it's all the microplastics and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Because I read something, and it was like, well, people live so much better now, and, it's all this great things they do with their body, and I'm thinking, motherfucker, you don't know what I've done with my body. Listen.
What's my excuse?
There is no reason that I shouldn't be aging faster, than I do. And I really think you're right. I think we have so many freaking plastics in us.
Preservatives.
I think that we have so many frozen food. That goes back to me being a latchkey kid.
Yeah, just making the TV dinners.
Oh, every day.
Yeah.
Every day. I had an x-ray recently, right? And just normal stuff, whatever. They had to look at stuff. And it's like, oh, no, everything looks great.
Really?
That's because it's plastic.
Yeah. You're basically saying we're the McDonald's hamburger experience where they leave it for 3 years and it still looks the same.
Yeah, I'm pretty
That's us.
I'm pretty sure that you and I could pass away and they could just go 4 years without finding us. And just be like, hey, look, they're sleeping.
We'd still look the same.
Still look exactly the same.
Yeah. I know one of your favorite things to do when we watch classic wrestling is to be like, see that guy right there? He's 24. And I'm like, no.
Because it's insane. It's insane. It's like Michael Hayes. Go right now. Get on YouTube, any of you, and go watch Michael Hayes in like let me think of a good one. When you really think he's over the hill.
Right.
When everybody was really dunsy with him and they were just like, oh, he's so freaking old.
Right.
So 1989, Michael Hayes wins the United States title. And, it was unexpected even then because of such things. But if you look at that and you're just like, my God, and you think back, he was in Georgia in 1980 and all this stuff. All the things he did with the Von Erichs and everything. He was 28.
So crazy.
He was 28 at that point.
Yeah.
And people, honestly, at the time, it's just like, oh, hey, he's kind of washed up. I mean,
there are people getting into wrestling at that age these days.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy, the difference.
it really is. I mean, it's insane, the age thing, because, all your main stars, your big money stars are over 40.
Yeah. At least in their 30s, you're like just now hitting your prime when you get to your like mid 30s.
And I know you and I have always had a problem with the man woman thing because the women are considered a little bit earlier as being,
that's just a life thing, honestly. Women are like done way earlier than men in most people's minds.
It's just sad there because you got over here you have, CM Punk, headlining WrestleMania.
Right.
And over here, you have like 34-year-old, was Siri. I don't think she's 34, right?
She's
35.
She's 5 years older than me, so 36.
All right, I was gonna say 25. So I mean, 36, great. But at the same time, people kind of look at her like, she's
still doing this.
She probably has a good 6 months left.
Right. It is. It's a double standard for sure. The men have a much more longevity. I think that's going away a little bit with people like Charlotte Flair and people like that who are slowly like changing the game for the women who are pushing up into their 40s. And the women have just as much to give, as we've seen many a time with the Japanese side of things.
Let me tell you about a vampire. I'm going to tell everybody here about a vampire.
Okay, I love vampires.
So I was without you watching wrestling videos, which is so strange.
Right.
Because I keep looking over and I'm like, But I was watching some videos and I got on this Sherry kick and, oh my God, I had her on my mind. Suri. I got on a Suri kick. So I decided to go back and watch like old Suri. Mm-hmm. And I was watching like Diana Suri and I watched an incredible Takumi Iroha match in Diana. And
they've known each other a while.
And Takumi, you could see the difference.
Yeah.
Okay, that made sense to me. She looked like she was starring in some post-apocalyptic punk rock thing.
Is it when she had like the mohawk going on? And
it looked awesome. Just so cool. And she still looks cool, but and here's Suri, right? She comes out and I'm like, wait a second, am I watching the wrong thing? What the fuck? What's going on? And then I watch another match, another big match.
Yeah.
And it's from another year. And so I end up watching like 2018, 2017, 2019. Dude, she looks exactly.
She just always looked like Suri.
I mean, from gear to mannerisms. And sometimes, people change their style or something like that. No. She had the same facials and she looks exactly the same. That girl hasn't aged a day.
She's reliable.
It's really insane. But yeah, I watched all that, and I went back and watched the best protest ever.
Oh,
the Marvelous one from like 2018.
Yeah, the Marvelous one that has Maria in it, and is it Mio Momono?
Is it? I thought that was Kohaku.
It was Kohaku. You're right. It's Kohaku.
Yeah, and May Sarah.
Yeah.
And then and also Coy Vance or whatever. The Manning, the brother that didn't do anything, and Coy and Vance were the replacements of Bo and Duke on the Dukes of Hazzard. But Anyway, because I kept thinking, do I know that other one? And any listeners,
I think we did that the first time we watched it. We're like, we just kept trying to figure it out.
So any listeners who know who the fourth girl during a protest,
yeah, who is that, and where did she go?
yeah, and not protest. I know it's a weird time right now. Test.
Professional test.
At Marvelous 2018, go back and you can watch the cutest little Mei Sarah demon that you've ever seen.
Oh, she killed it. Kohaku also killed it. I felt a little bad for Maria. She got a little sick halfway through.
Dude, when you watch, because we've been watching something really fun. We've been watching collegiate women's wrestling.
Oh man, it's so cool to see.
You want to tell them about it?
Oh man, if you don't know, women's college amateur wrestling has officially been recognized as an NCAA sport in the year 2025. So 2026 will be their first NCAA championship year, and watching these girls go at it was so much fun.
Oh my god! So it's been a whole thing, and most of it's going to be like Iowa versus Iowa Junior College.
Yes, it's a lot of Midwestern schools.
Yeah, and which makes total sense, right? But it's so good and it's so incredible, and they're beasts, man. It's fun to watch because basically here's how you can get into it, because there's somebody out there going sports. So the way you can get into it is if you like watching Joshi, which you do because you're listening to us.
Yes.
And this isn't on a TV, you're not just turning channels. Hopefully, I mean, if it is, let me know what channel we're on.
Yeah, I'm curious.
But so you love Joshi. Imagine the first 5 minutes of a Joshi match. Okay? And, when you're kind of going for it and you're jockeying for position and you're sitting out and you're shooting halves, and that's a collegiate wrestling match.
Yeah.
And 100%. And it's just really good. And you get into it and, it's fun, but it's just so cool seeing them not having to wrestle the guys.
Yeah.
Because that can be cool. But
it's more fun to watch the women do what they do best, right?
Yeah, and actually have a championship. And what's really cool about this is when we get to the point and when they graduate, you know what's going to happen?
Yeah.
We're going to see someone show up and they're going to be like, oh, she was an All-American.
Yeah, I'm so excited about that.
From the first year of
NCAA championship amateur wrestler joining pro wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be like, we've had plenty of men like that, right? Over the years.
Right.
Tons and tons of them. And we have seen that in Japan, in Joshi, people like Chihiro Hashimoto and Sari Yamaoka with their amateur backgrounds. I want that in the States. I'm so excited.
And I mean, there's girls that have wrestled.
Well, yeah.
That become, but this is like the actual officially recognized, I'm a 4-time, All-American. Well, it's just cool, man. And
Absolutely.
It's a lot of fun.
It's really enjoyable if you want to look it up on YouTube and just watch some of the championship matches and tournaments and stuff. But there is something else we found on YouTube that's captivated us, and it's kind of a good segue into the first show that we're going to be talking about. Sendai Girls has started running this YouTube series, and it's not on the Sendai Girls channel. It's on a separate channel. The name's in Japanese, but I'm definitely going to link the channel, like the videos, in the description of our YouTube channel in this video, because you have to see it.
Yes, you do.
And they have perfectly translated English subtitles if you don't speak Japanese. And they're so easy to read and follow along, and it just shows the behind the scenes of Senjo, and it shows all the girls doing what they do in the dojo. We watched one that was like an entire setup day for a show in Shinkiba First Ring. It's so cool.
It is.
It is one of the most fun things I've watched recently because it's so well done. Number one, like, it's professional level production on this series, but also just getting to know more about the girls and like seeing their personalities outside of the ring and how kind of eager they are to get out there and do more. It's really cool.
It really is. And it really harkens back to it. We always talk about the All Japan women and how much we love watching All Japan women. But one of the funnest parts to watching All Japan women, if you watch one that was a original professional tape, one of the tapes they would have sold, and that's how a lot of it's on YouTube. You can find the ones with the box covers and all this. Usually a lot of times, like disc 1 or whatever, tape 1, or the first video they put up there, it's going to be like an hour of them coming to the stadium and setting up the ring and, just talking and backstage stuff and goofing off with one another. And that's incredible.
It is. It's so much fun to see that stuff because it really like gets you invested in the wrestlers as people outside of their matches, and you get to see sort of the hierarchy reveal itself, like who takes the lead and who's in charge and who's sort of like the lackeys and who does what the best. It's like really fun to see.
Like on this you get to see Dash be the boss on the first episode. It's like Hash is one of the bosses. It's good stuff.
Definitely. And you get to see them like with the ropes on the ring. You get to see them train. You get to see them set everything up for a show, go in the locker room, do their pictures. It's so much fun. And because the Sendai Girls core unit, like the core roster of Sendai Girls is so small, you really get a lot of time with everyone. And it's really nice. And they even have a whole meeting in the first installment explaining why they're doing the series and what their goals are and everything, which I thought was really cool. Like, it's very transparent why they're doing this, but it's a really enjoyable watch.
It really is. You get a lot of Miko Iwata, don't you?
Yes.
So one cool thing, and you guys can help us out on this too. So I was going down a rabbit hole of watching other content out there like us.
Just a little research,
So just, and a lot of, when I watched one, I had 1,000 show up.
They're like, oh, you like this?
Yeah, Japanese-based YouTube channels that are, covering the same stuff. And a lot of it's like they go to a show and they just review the show, whatever. But there's other stuff. There's like the scandalous stuff and everything else. And it's, but they've got the real busy thumbnails that are all in Japanese, obviously, because it's in Japan for Japanese people.
Yes.
But I kind of fell in love with it. And I was
the style's really neat.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? Obviously, this is very niche. And being the fact that we are very niche.
Yes.
I thought, you know what? Raja, this wouldn't be too much work for you.
You could totally translate Japanese, find a font with Japanese characters, and create a thumbnail that looks like these style of thumbnails.
Yeah, it's totally easy to ask, right?
Yes, exactly.
That's nothing hard there. So, guys, be nice to us. And those of you in Japan, we know you're listening. So, those of you who listen in Japan,
yes,
maybe you can help us out a little bit too.
Yes,
let us know if we put something up that says Super Dragon Moonlark.
I don't think I'll get it that wrong.
Yeah,
I think I'd be most worried about just wrong order or wrong character or something. But if you're curious why the thumbnail has suddenly shifted into being all Japanese, then
you asked me that, and I thought about it, and I thought, well, do we want it all Japanese or do you want to put a mix?
Yeah, I could do like, top Japanese, side English.
I mean, something, right?
But in the same sort of style, like all bold and crazy. We're just workshopping this on the show.
Hey, listen, we are talking with our friends.
Yes, we want your opinions. Like, what kind of thumbnails do you like? If it's the kind that I have been doing for the past year, if it's this sort of bold Japanese style, is there another type of podcast thumbnail that you think is cool? Like, from a channel, you can tell us the channel name. I'll go look at it. Like, I'm always curious to see new styles because I am not a graphic designer. I just do my best.
Just play one on TV.
I just pretend.
And we got a lot of big plans for the show.
Yes.
And
we just want to grow.
A lot of things are coming up. And that's two very dangerous words when you do things like this, coming up, especially when both of us work.
Yes.
But damn shoot jobs.
Damn it.
But and we want this to be our shoot job.
Yes.
That's always the dream, and absolutely would do it and travel all over the place and see the stuff and wonderful things like that. But with that, keeping in that, there is thoughts of going, and we've done video before.
We have in the past. Yes.
They could actually, if somebody wanted to sneak and watch it.
Yeah, if you want to see us on camera from years ago, you can look up Blind Tag Wrestling.
Yeah.
We covered American wrestling back then. Like, it was before our Joshi era, but it was a video show, daily video show there for a while. And very newsy, like that type of show. So
it was still entertaining.
It was entertaining as heck because that's just who we are. But if you're just curious what we look like on camera, you can go look at that. But we're workshopping ways of bringing that sort of element, not so stylistic, obviously, to this podcast. It would be more of like a Wrestling Observer style, like us talking into the mics to each other.
And that's what we're talking about doing. We're talking about doing that, even having some streaming time.
Streaming would be so fun.
So, streaming like nightly.
Yes,
and to build the crew up, and
and of course extra content if we can ever find the time.
We would be bringing you guys along with us for the nightly stuff, and it's just something we're workshopping. We're talking about it, but if we did that, we would be covering stuff real time. We would be, watching videos and old, fun stuff.
I have a whole playlist of a certain something that we want to do watch-alongs for like an entire decade of a certain wrestling.
something. Yeah. So anyway,
this has been a fun conversation. Yeah, we're just talking about everything.
All right, we'll see you next week.
No, we still have shows to cover.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We got to talk about the Joshi.
Oh yeah, there was some good stuff too.
There was, because all weekend long there were some fun shows. We're not going to go in chronological order. We're going to go in our usual vibe of all over the place. Yes. So we're going to start with the Sendai Girls show that was on January 11th. And this was a super fun show. We even had a couple of Stardom girls show up, even though it was the same night as their morning Korakuen Hall show. And they had it's not a far drive from Korakuen Hall to First Ring, but
no, we
Google mapped it.
We Google mapped it and then fantasized leaving the building and going all the way over there. We're ridiculous, Raja.
We always look up the cities on Google Maps to see where they're at. It's so much fun.
It is, looking at the parking lot and what the building looks like.
This show was a lot of fun, though. It was just the highest tier of Sendai Girls show you can imagine. They always put on such good shows. They're so passionate about what they do. It started off with a singles match with Ruaka versus Manami, and Ruaka took the win in that match. Then there was a 6-man match where Chi-Chi, Zones, and Olympia teamed up against Miku Kanai, Yura Suzuki, and Ryo Mizunami. And this match was just full laughs, okay? Because Ryo Mizunami is hilarious, and she chopped the heck out of Chi-Chi in this match. And even to the point that Zones came over and held Chi-Chi's hand while she's getting chopped.
I think that a certain Crush Girl, I think that something may have happened to Miko Kanaga.
Do you think?
Yeah,
you think he disappeared? They're not in the pit, so maybe he's just not here.
We just didn't hear. We haven't heard from him since that one night, and we were wondering. I'm just saying. I think he yelled Miko too many times.
Is Miku Kanai guy still out there?
Miku Kanai guy.
We don't know. There was also a really cute moment where Olympia and Zones were flexing the muscles, you know, and then Chi-Chi comes out and she's flexing her little muscles.
I'm really liking this Olympia run.
Yeah, Olympia is so impressive.
Truly. And
it's so fun to see her mix it up even outside of Stardom. I'm really enjoying her being over there.
Yeah, I like I said, I seen a clip of her watching the Hazuki match from Korakuen Hall and she was so intently watching it, and I got a lot of respect for her.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
And the fans love her. So Chi-Chi, Zones, and Olympia won this match. Good for them. Next, we had a tag team match where the Reiwa Ultima Powers, Dash Chisako and Hiroyo Matsumoto, took on Red Energy, Miyuki Takase, and Miki Iwata. Red Energy coming out with some brand new walkout gear. The flames all over them. It was very awesome. Cool looking.
Yeah.
Even the Reiwa Ultima Powers had some new gear. They're still matching with their separate colors. They looked really cool. So we had some great, just straight up tag team action between two established tag teams. Dash and Hiroyo won this match. Then we had another tag team match, Yuna and Vinny teaming up against Yurika Oka and Mio Momono. Baba Momo Banana. I love that tag team name. And Yurika Oka and Mio Momono are actually the tag team champions right now. This was not a tag team championship match, but I loved the combination of Yuna and Vinny together.
Yeah.
It was really cool. Yuna isn't usually this deep in the card semi-main event, so it was cool to see her up there in this kind of match.
And Yuna had put the sweet stuff up about Vinny.
Yes, a sweet tweet about how Vinny sort of inspired her to be a wrestler, and she said something like Vinny saved her and helped her get into wrestling. It was really cool. It was very nice.
So, fun part at the end of this match, if you go back and watch it.
Oh my goodness.
is the gremlin herself, Mio Momono, and Vinny were fighting on the floor.
Jeez, they were going at it.
And I don't know what happened, And I'm sure it was just, just part of the show.
A little chippiness.
But good Lord.
They were like throwing hands.
Yeah.
I don't know. We were focused on Eureka and Yuna in the ring because that was who ended the match. Eureka pinned Yuna, but then it like flashes to the outside and they're fighting. It's man. What?
It was nuts.
It was. And then following this match, Dash and Hiroyo actually came out to challenge Bob Bob Momo Banana for the tag team championships. So that'll be a fun upcoming title match.
And then it was time.
Like, people went crazy for this main event. This Saida versus Chihiro Hashimoto main event, just seeing it on the graphic, I was like, ooh, right. I like that.
Yeah, and it's nuts because as soon as the music hit, there was that chant again.
Oh, the Ida chant during her theme song.
just like the,
Yeah, and she's the outsider here, right?
So it's really weird.
It was crazy, but the fan reaction during this match, the match itself was awesome. Like two powerhouses, they're going at it. It's clear that Chihiro Hashimoto has the upper hand, and that showed throughout the match. There were some crazy hard-hitting moves in this match. Saida did manage to pick Chihiro up and slam her once, and she did get a shoulder tackle on her and everything. She did have her ups, but Chihiro is crazy hard to get one over on. She hit Saida with an Albright that was the damnedest Albright I think I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I thought she was dead.
And then the power bomb to win the match was also nasty.
It was really hard.
But the thing that made this match so incredible was the atmosphere.
Yeah.
The fans didn't shut up the entire match.
Yeah.
They were chanting for Ida. They were chanting for Hashimoto. They were losing their minds at every move. It was electric in there.
It really was. It felt like there was 30,000 people at times. It was so incredible. And you don't get that much. And especially, in Japanese wrestling.
Yeah.
It's just not the style. It's not how they do things. It happens.
Yeah.
But there is something magical with Ida right now. And she is on the run of a lifetime. Mm-hmm. I hope that it just keeps going, right? But Jesus Lord.
It was crazy. It was a great time. I was sat and locked in the entire match.
Fans are rabid right now.
They are. It was really great. I hope they run this match back in Stardom. I would love to hear the reaction there. I think it would be very similar because they're both very popular with the fans. And like you said, Ida is just on this underdog run that's been crazy, and it just keeps getting like more and more popular. She just keeps winning hearts every time she's in the ring.
Yeah, it's pretty
crazy. And it's crazy. It's amazing. I love to see it.
Yeah, she's like, Hanen's like, I'm ready to come back. That's okay. Just make sure you feel okay, sweetie, okay?
Yeah, take your time.
Just take your time. Just, do some laps or something.
Right. I don't think it would take anything away from me for Hanen to come back. I think people would be excited, but I am very much enjoying this Saida singles run. But that Sendai Girls show was really enjoyable. They're not having another one until the end of the month, so we have to wait a little while for some more Senjo, which is sad, but
Yeah, no, it is. That's not what I'm signing for.
What are you sighing for?
Well, I'm sighing for what's next.
Oh, you mean Marigold.
And it's not a sigh like that, okay?
No.
It's a sigh because I was so excited about 1-3.
I know.
And I was so...
It was so good.
It was so good. It was so good. But unfortunately...
Sorry.
Unfortunately, there wasn't the same atmosphere for the 112 show.
Yeah, this happened last time. After Grand Destiny, it was like everything just immediately fell flat right afterwards. I don't know how this keeps happening because 1-3 was awesome. And now we get to 112's in their next show afterwards. They're in Korakuen Hall, and it's just, I don't know, it's different. Their pay-per-views and their house shows are just far removed from one another.
One thing could be there was no title matches.
No, there were not.
They main evented it with, the
special tag match.
The super power tag.
The best tag match in the world.
Strongest tag team match or something.
Yeah.
And, but still, there was stakes were not really there. Nothing was really built.
Right.
I think that has a lot to do with it, right?
Absolutely, because when you see a Korakuen Hall show, you expect a certain level of stakes, right? Like, you expect things to happen on those shows.
You expect mic work, surprises. There wasn't hardly any of that.
No, and it was really jarring as well because this show happened on January 12th, which was Monday, and the 2 days preceding it on the 10th and 11th were the two Stardom shows that we're going to be talking about, and those Stardom shows, as we've seen in the past year, were completely sold out, no vacancy, all the way to the rafters. And
they were great.
The next day, it's just such a close comparison to the Marigold, like the people who showed up for Marigold, and the sort of emptiness that it felt like it was in there with the lack of turnout.
It was the emptiest I've seen it.
It's really sad
for them. I don't think I've seen it emptier than that for them.
Yeah, you've got to think it affects the girls, like,
oh, it does totally,
their spirit when they go out and they see that. I know they're going to do their best regardless for how many fans are out there, but having just come off of those 2 consecutive nights of sellouts for Stardom,
I've ran shows in snowstorms before, and it's just, it does something to you.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, but the girls still came out there. They did their best. We kicked off this show with a 3-way match, Hummingbird versus Megaton versus Nagisa Tachibana.
New gear.
Nagisa debuting some new gear to show her growth. Unfortunately, it was not enough for her to get the win in this match. It was Hummingbird who came away with the win here. There was a singles match between Irina Yamanaka and Naoi Ishikawa, and there seemed to be a little disconnect between what we were seeing and what we were hearing from commentary as far as Naoi Ishikawa goes. It's like, this is her time. She's rising up. She's finally doing it. She lost.
Yeah.
It was kind of sad.
I made the joke. It's like, well, they're doing their own notes here. And obviously now this is her big push. She's going to win this. And yeah, she lost.
She lost to Irina Yamanaka, yes.
Yeah.
The next match was also a singles match. Mai Sakurai versus Rhea Sato. And this was kind of telling a little bit. Mai Sakurai did her best to, like, keep everything on track, but it was a little clunky between these two.
It was a little bit, yeah. And, it was there, man.
Yeah, Mai Sakurai, she's very technically good, so she can get a match going, She knows what she's doing. She did win this match, so Rhea Sato's still on the hunt for those big wins as we speak. Following that, we had a rookie tag team match. I guess they're not really rookies anymore, but the Young Marigold tag team match. Yuka Yamazaki and Sari Yamaoka teaming up against Komomo Minami and Kazuna Tanaka. This was a very good match. All 4 of these girls very talented. Yuka Yamazaki and Sari Yamaoka came out the victors. I love them as a tag team, but I want to see them face each other.
Yes.
So more of that. In the next match, in the semi-main event, Shioko Koshino, Chika Goto, and Natsumi Shozuki teamed up against Nagisa Nozaki, Misa Matsui, and Chiaki, and Darkness Revolution were the victors in that one.
And I want to see Natsumi single matches.
Yes, we want to see Natsumi beat the crap out of people. And then in the main event, we had our strongest tag team match in the world. That is Rossi's words, where Utami Hayashishita and Miku Ano teamed up against Mayu Iwatani and Victoria Yuzuki. And I do agree, this is a crazy strong tag team match. Like, it's the big 4 of the promotion. You've got the red belt champion on one side with the former red belt champion. You've got the super flyweight and GHC champion teaming with the United National champion. It's a crazy tag match. And they went out there and they did their thing, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
There were some funny moments in this one with Mayu Iwatani getting kicked by Miku Ano in just the most brutal way, and the fans wanting more and more of that. And that came back around later where Mayu was able to get her revenge on Miku Ano.
Yeah, this match, I mean, it started out as it was. And they kept building and and they got the crowd into it. And, last half of the match, man, you wouldn't be able to tell anything.
Yeah, it was very fast-paced, very hard-hitting. Utami Hayashishita and Miku Ano came out on top in this match, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's hard. I thought it was going to go to the time limit. It was very close, like under 5 minutes were left when the match ended. But Utami Hayashishita actually pinned Mayu Iwatani to win the match, so one would surmise that entitles her to that GHC title match that she wants.
I'd say we might be getting that on Monday Magic, I would imagine.
Ooh, Monday Magic's coming back. I do have that in the upcoming, at the end of the show. But yes, on January 19th, we get a new season of Noah Monday Magic, which is always a good time.
Always fun.
So much fun Mystery Vortex shows where you just don't know who's going to show up or what's going to happen. But there's usually always a Joshi match on the show. So we always tune in.
I bet we don't get Starboy Charlie this time since he's trying out for WWE.
Starboy, no. The Crush Boys.
I know.
The Crush Boys.
I hope they actually take his partner.
Yeah, Titus. What about Titus Alexander?
I think Titus is way overdue for being on a main roster.
Agreed.
Somewhere.
He's so talented.
He is.
They both are, but I can't imagine like taking one without the other, or at least both of them going somewhere. They're both so good. But yeah, that was the Marigold show. It was a good show. There was just nothing like pressing. There were no stakes, no title matches.
The problem is it felt like a random house show up north.
Yes. It didn't feel like a Korakuen Hall show.
I could see that show if we were in, someone's junior high.
Yeah. And I know they have another Korakuen Hall show coming up in 2 weeks for my Iwatani's anniversary show. And they're probably putting a lot more stock into that. But it just kind of, sometimes it feels like they overlook shows and they're just like, we're just going to do whatever and put this on because we have to. Like, that kind of feels like the energy at times. It's like we have an obligation to have shows every weekend, so we're just going to do whatever and get to the next big show.
I don't know.
Sometimes it doesn't feel like things mean anything.
It'll be okay next time.
It will. We'll still enjoy it. We'll still support the girls,
because we did have 2 incredible back-to-back Stardom shows.
Oh, these Stardom Korakuen Hall shows, both of them, they did 2 nights, and both times there was something crazy going on.
Yeah, this time, guys.
Wow.
These delivered.
They did. These felt like big time Korakuen Hall cards. So it started on January 10th. This was New Year's Stars 2026 in Korakuen Hall, night 1. And this night started off with a tag team match of crazy proportions, okay? We had Ane Kanaya and Koguma on one side versus Fuwa-chan and Hazuki on the other side. And if we haven't hyped enough up about Fuwa-chan and her just natural ability in the ring, she showed even more of that in this match. Not only by herself, but in her ability to tag team with Hazuki. They look like they've been tagging for years.
Yeah.
They're a well-oiled machine.
They are. And Fuwa-chan, Hazuki has been on a different level recently. But Fuwa-chan, man, tell you what, you're right. She's just coming right out the gate, looking like she's been doing this for years. Yeah,
and she has taken a firm God's Eye stance on the bear dance. No bears in the ring. She interrupted Koguma every single time she tried to do it. Fuwa-chan is not about the bears.
Yeah, we'll see.
And Ane Kanaya on the other side, teaming with Koguma, just is so impressive.
Baby Tam.
So much fun to watch. She really lights up the ring when she's in there. She's so good.
She's ridiculous.
So this match was amazing. We always talk about how much we love watching Hazuki versus Koguma in general, but having it in the tag match format, having Fuwa-chan in there, it was just another experience. A great way to kick off the show. Fuwa-chan and Hazuki won the match. Hazuki submitted Ane Kanaya to win the match for her team. So it was a great showing for everyone all around.
Hazuki and Koguma are great friends, better enemies.
They have such good matches.
FWC is amazing, but Jesus, I do love them against each other.
Me too. They just know each other so well. So good. But Fuwa-chan and Hazuki, I want to see more of this tag team coming up.
Agreed.
After that, we saw another tag team match. Yuri Hime and B. Priestley teamed up against Aya Sakura and Sayaka Kurara. And I do not know what happened before this match, but B. Priestley was in there like a madwoman, just beating the tar out of everyone.
Yeah, B. Priestley seemed to... If Aya Sakura, if someone told me that Aya Sakura broke into B. Priestley's room and took a wee in her Cheerios, and B. Priestley came in there and actually, ate a bite, and was like, "Oh, is this wee?" And she's like, "It is. What are you going to do about it?" I think we saw what she did about it.
It was so brutal.
Because I don't know, man. B. Priestley and Aya especially. I felt bad for Kurara because Kurara was just like, "Hello."
She's just doing her best in there.
But they really put it on. I mean, I thought I was watching Steve Kern and Nelson Royal.
It was crazy.
It was the deep cut. It was really, really. It was really good. And
It was.
and it just made it way better than it should be.
Yeah, like you're watching a match and you see people hitting each other that hard, and all of a sudden you're like, "Holy crap, let's go!"
Because let's be honest, we're excited to see any match, right? But when you look at the card, you're not like, "Oh, beat Priestley and you're a him."
Yeah, you don't bookmark that one.
Yeah, you're not thinking. But that's until the first like, bam,
Yeah,
and you're just like,
yeah.
wait a second, what?
And we've seen this side of Aya Sakura before. Like, she tends to get into these very hostile situations with people.
I think. Is there anybody around?
No.
I think Aya Sakura might be crazy.
She kind of proved it on these 2 nights. This match is just the start of our Aya Sakura saga for these 2 nights.
Dude, when we get to it,
Oh, man.
we make a habit of being positive.
Yes.
And we make a habit of never making fun of people and stuff. But listen, I'm going to have some good fun on this.
All right. So this match was awesome. Aya Sakura and Sayaka Kurara actually won this match. Sayaka Kurara hit Yuri Hime with the Tokimeki Spear for the win. So the New Blood Tag Team Champions coming out on top. But dang, man, I kind of want to see more B. Priestley and Aya Sakura at this point.
Yeah, me too. I want a singles match.
Following that match, we had the surprise of the new year so far, because I think everyone kind of knew who it was going to be, right?
Yeah.
With the grainy video, the energy drinks and the video games and everything. And so when Maki Ito's music started to play, it was still like very much everyone was like, yeah, let's go Maki Ito. I think they were very happy to have it confirmed, but it's just crazy and wild to see Maki Ito of all people walk out on a Stardom show and enter a Stardom ring with Taro Okada. He's got the contract there. He gives her the tracksuit top, and she was very gracious, and she made Taro do the Ito-chan call. But
I think it's great, and you we'll get to her match later.
Yes.
But I think that you have to keep an open mind.
Yeah.
And I know that some people had their own opinions on this, and that's fine. Everybody's entitled, but I like to keep an open mind on anything I see. If they brought in King Kong Bundy from the grave, I would keep an open mind until I seen how they how this was used. I was super excited about this, super excited about thinking about some of the possibilities, and boy howdy did those happen right off the bat, at least online.
Yes.
Because like Poi and Maki Ito have a little bit of a history.
Yes.
So I like going there. I also thought, Cutest in the World. We had a Cutest in the Universe in there.
Yes.
I thought maybe that could be something, and it seems like it may be.
Yeah, we're sort of touching on all that stuff. There was a certain young girl that people think would look very good teaming up with Maki Ito. They kind of had a little back and forth on Twitter.
They did, and I think someone may have joined the Respect Army.
Respect Army, yeah. It seems like she might have inadvertently joined the Ito Respect Army. We're talking about Kikyo Furusawa, by the way.
I mean, look at them, though.
Yeah, they look like a tag team.
Yeah, it looks like her little sister.
It does, and I thought it was really funny. I saw on Twitter after this, the picture of her with the track jacket and the contract where she's just doing the smile and everything. She said, I intentionally didn't flip the bird in case they wanted to put me on the cover of a magazine. It's like, forward thinking, very nice.
Yes.
Because you know how Maki Ito can be.
Oh, yeah, man. And listen, she knows what... The thing I like about Maki Ito is no matter if they boo her or they cheer her, she's going to know how to play it.
Yeah, she's very knowledgeable about like crowd interaction, right? She gets a lot of that from her days in Tokyo Joshi Pro, where they're very good about that kind of thing.
I love the Fallen Idol stuff, but I also love the fact that she's a grown-ass woman. Mm-hmm. And when
it shows.
Yeah, when she talks, you can just tell it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can just hear that, I don't want to say weathering.
She has that air of authority to her when she talks. Like, she's very confident.
She does. And even if somebody's coming on to her, like, in a bad way, you can kind of see that little smirk, like
I've been through more than you can imagine.
Yeah.
We know Maki Ito's, she's done some crazy stuff in her career.
just beating away the Gooners. I mean,
yeah.
can you imagine?
I vividly remember when she first showed up in AEW and just the freaking stir it caused, the wave of freaking Maki Ito love that happened back then.
GCW.
Was crazy. Then, her run in GCW, in Maki Death Kill,
Yeah.
They had a whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
It was
it's crazy.
Jinx, you owe me soda. But that was awesome. It was like 2 matches in, we get this awesome, and this was a long card, dude.
Yeah.
9 matches for one night. We were eating good on this night. This was followed up by an 8-man match where we saw Momo Kogo, Saida, Olympia, and Alex Windsor versus Kyoka Kotatsu, Ronnie Yagami, Saki Kashima, and Shiri. And it really seems like they're pushing that Alex Windsor Shiri thing, and this feels very much like maybe a certain British man might be thinking of something for Wrestle Queendom in March.
You mean a British man that was seen over beside the steps with a camera?
Yes.
And an
Will
Izumi?
Ospreay following Alex Windsor around.
Yeah, I mean, and
It's so cute.
I love the photos that people took with Izumi sitting there on the steps beside him, because we know her admiration for Will Ospreay.
Yeah, they very much admire each other's wrestlers
Yeah.
and take a lot of stylistic things from one another.
I love it. But yeah, obviously Eve's going to be, it's too close to Queendom for them. And
it's their biggest Wrestle Queendom ever.
Yeah,
So
so-
you have someone like the IWGP Women's Champion on there with Alex Windsor. Like, it kind of writes itself, doesn't it?
It does.
But this 8-man was really fun. God's Eye in there against these, it's basically stars. Olympia and Saida are so fun together as a team in any configuration. And Alex was awesome in this match, as she has been in this entire run in Stardom. She just fits in like a glove. It's perfect. She's a perfect fit for Stardom. But this match ended when Saida rolled Saki Kashima up with the Itobashi. She was able to get that on Saki rather than getting Kichikaisei'd. So the Stars contingent won this match. And then the craziest thing happened, because we're just ending the match. Things are fine. Everyone's good. Then Saki Kashima grabs a microphone, very quietly and very quickly said, "I'm retiring in April at Yokohama," and then runs.
Yeah.
Leaves the ring and runs backstage. It's the most Saki Kashima retirement announcement I think I could ever imagine.
It really is. And it was shocking, surprising, and also not surprising. Really.
Yeah, we have seen Saki Kashima slow down a little bit in recent years.
A lot of injuries.
A lot of injuries. I think she also sees that. She did say on Twitter, she's like, I'm not going as well anymore as I used to, and it just seems like it's time. And it's sad, right? There are a lot of people who love Saki Kashima. I know Meerkat put out a video like immediately after the announcement. It was immediate reactions. Saki Kashima is a staple of Stardom. She's been there since the beginning.
Yeah, off and on.
And yeah, off and on, but it's Saki. She has been through many generations of Joshi fans.
She has.
And she's a lot of fun and so much fun to watch in the ring, but to know she's retiring, it's nice to be able to get to have this time to kind of say goodbye to her and her craziness.
That's the thing. It doesn't ever hurt me as bad in Joshi because I know they're going to say goodbye.
Yeah, we get a time to grieve.
There's going to be, there's normally every retirement gimmick you can possibly do. So
yeah, so come All-Star Grand Queendom, we will see the retirement of Saki Kashima. I imagine it's going to be a very emotional affair.
Oh my god.
I'm excited to see what her last match will be. I kind of hope it's one of those like face all the members of God's Eye consecutively type of matches.
Yeah.
I kind of love those, but also I'd love to see I would love to see her last match just be a 30-second Kichikaisei win. Honestly, that's Saki Kashima to me.
I would imagine it would be Shuri.
Yeah, her best friend.
The final match.
Yeah, that would be the best, I think.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Saki Kashima, for making us laugh.
Absolutely.
And being just a constant in our Joshi journey.
Agreed.
We love you and are looking forward to your little retirement tour here up till April. In the next match, it was a tag match. Kikyo Furusawa and Waka Tsukiyama took on Itsuki Aoki and Bozilla. And this was a kind of a weird match. Like, Waka Tsukiyama took a lot of heat in this match. I don't think Kikyo Furusawa was in there very much at all. It's Suki Aoki really taking it out of Waka in this one. She actually beat her with a frog splash. So
Waka seemed really pissed in this match.
She did. Like, she seemed a little off both nights, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. Seemed like she was really mad.
It was strange, but it was mostly a Waka versus Itsuki match. That was like basically the whole match.
It's always okay for someone not to be happy, but when someone is always happy, you notice when they're sad.
Yeah, like Waka's always in good spirits, right? We never see her looking sour, and we kind of did on this weekend.
I thought so.
In the next match, Yuna Mizumori, Sariano, and Natsupoi took on Yuki Mishiro, Mei Seira, and Starlight Kid. Very cool to see Yuki Mishiro teaming up with Mei and Starlight. I thought that was really fun.
It was cool seeing Yuki Mishiro in there with somebody that she reminds me of, too.
Yes, we did get a little bit of Yuki versus Natsupoi in this match. We didn't get enough of Natsupoi versus Mei, which we were hyping up last time. Like, I was like hoping we'd get a little more of that. But the main focus of this match, of course, was Yuki and Yuna, because Yuki Mishiro has the high-speed title match coming up, and she actually pinned Yuna Mizumori in this match to win the match. So she's kind of earned the match that she's already been given.
Dude, I'm so happy we've got Yuki Mishiro around. Like, I hope that she has a contract, because she is amazing.
She is. She fits right in. She's very talented. Yeah. So I'm hoping that we definitely have like more and more of her in Stardom. If not,
just such a great fit.
Yeah, if not completely just signed to Stardom.
When somebody fits, they just fit. Yeah. And she fits, man.
She does. I agree completely. I'm looking forward to the high-speed title match between her and Yuna. In the next match, Lady C, Hina, Tomoka Inaba, and Ami Sourei took on Azusa Inaba, Fukigen Death, Rina, and Konami, and this was a prelude for the next night where they would be having the Artist of Stardom title match. And it was just a good old-fashioned prelude.
It was. It's, I really thought that these girls are really building it up for a title there.
Yeah, because they won this match, right? God's Eye won this match. Tomoka Inaba pinned Fukigen Death. We've seen a lot of, like, Tomoka Inaba versus Rina heat in these preludes, which is kind of cool. I like that matchup a lot. But we also get the Hina versus Rina situation, which everyone loves.
We've been getting a lot more Tomoka.
Yeah, we've seen her.
A lot of personality.
We've seen her very much lately. There are a few little rumors out there, little things flying around.
So hopefully they have a lot of Tomoka coming up.
A lot more Tomoka Inaba. In the next match, Rion and Maika took on Akira Kuragane and Rina Yamashita. Rina Yamashita versus Maika is a heck of a match.
Rina Yamashita versus anybody.
Yeah.
Versus a rabbit.
Rina Yamashita is so fun to watch. She gets in there and just does these crazy things that you never think would have worked, but she makes them work. Yeah. I love watching her. She's so much fun. Maika won this match with her Michinoku Driver 2 on Akira Kuragane, so Rina Yamashita did not come out with the win here.
I do love the Rina Maika build.
Yeah.
It feels like you're building for a singles match. Yeah. I don't think you are, but damn, it feels like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think these nights were supposed to have been a Maika Suzu build.
Yeah.
Like, I think we were heading for another singles match between them, but because Suzu was out sick for this weekend, we defaulted to this Maika Rina Yamashita thing. That's just so much fun.
Well,
so cool.
Out sick for most of the weekend. She was
resting up.
She made an appearance on one show. So
she did, yes. And the other person in that match was next on this card. Hanako versus Risa Sera, one-on-one. Risa Sera's last appearance in Korakuen Hall in Stardom, and against her protege, Hanako. For those of you who don't know, Hanako actually started her career under Risa Sera before she joined the Stardom Dojo. So they have a history and they very much love each other. Hanako was like crying before the match even started, and Risa, she started cracking up as well. She was like, don't start or you're going to get me to start. So it was a nice match. They had a singles match last year as a sort of goodbye match, but this was like the final one, obviously, because Risa was retiring 2 nights later. So this was like it for Hanako, and Hanako actually won. She made Risa Sera tap out, so that's a big win for Hanako.
It was a nice gesture from Risa on the way out.
It was. And in the main event of night 1, for the Goddess of Stardom Championships, we had Ruaka and Natsuka Tora versus Miyu Amasaki and Azumi O2 line. And when I tell you that Hate pulled out literally every stop to win this match, I'm not lying. There were boxes. They were pulling the ref out of the ring. Miyu Amasaki had this match won.
She did.
She had it won, and they pulled the ref out of the ring at the last second to steal it from her. She got misted by both of them in the face. She was totally blue, and it all culminated in Hate winning the match and retaining the Goddess of Stardom championships, but they had to go through great lengths to beat O2 Line.
They did. I really felt that O2 Line, a couple times, I thought they won.
Yeah.
I mean,
they definitely got the visual win, if anything.
Yeah. So it was a great match.
It was. It was nice.
Except for the, obvious.
Yeah, it was nice to see Azumi and Miyu really in there doing their best in a title match, and it just goes to show that they really deserve to be in that place. Azumi especially, because where has she been? But the Hate continues to hold on to the Goddess of Stardom titles is kind of a theme lately.
Yes, it is. It is.
Hate supremacy.
It's just going to feel so much better.
It is. It's going to be so nice when things start
to do it.
Falling.
And we're going to doubt that somebody can do it because they've been so dominant.
Yeah, they have. It's hard to imagine anyone beating them at this point. But that brings us to January 11th, New Year's Stars 2026 in Korakuen Hall Night 2. And we kicked off this night with Akira Kuragane, Itsuki Aoki, Rina Yamashita, and Bozilla versus Rion, Hanako, Waka Tsukiyama, Xena, and Maika in a 4 versus 5 handicap match because we don't have Suzu, who was supposed to be in the match. But Mavita Loca doesn't care. They're more than happy to take on this challenge. And unfortunately, Bozilla did get hurt in this match, and that's kind of the talk of this match. It was a good match on its own, like without that, but unfortunately she did hurt her knee. She tried to continue wrestling, but there was a point where she couldn't even stand on the apron and just had to lay on the floor outside of the ring, which was it really sucks. It
does suck, and it's terrible, and especially when you are a bigger person, hurting your knee
it's not good.
It's a lot harder to come back from because you just can't even walk around. I mean, you're damaging it continuously. So I hope that it's not incredibly severe.
Yeah, me too.
That, they've taken her off the next round of shows.
Yes, they took her off this weekend shows, and they were going to reevaluate and see how bad it was. They still haven't updated that at all as of recording. So hopefully it's not as bad as it looked, but they did bring a stretcher out, and Bozilla refused to be carried out. She did walk out with the help of her teammates. And, best wishes to Bozilla, and speedy recovery one way or another. We look forward to your return and hope to, for the best. We do, yes. This match did end when Maika hit Rina Yamashita with the Michinoku driver too, which was kind of a sight to see someone that big get Michinoku drivered for the pin. But after the match, they actually set up a full unit versus unit match for the Osaka pay-per-view on February 7th. So EXV versus Mavita Loca is kind of what we've been seeing a lot of lately. But now I'm wondering if Bozilla's not back, who is Mavita Loca gonna fill her spot with in that match?
Aja Kong.
Ooh, Aja Kong's a great get. Let's do it.
Yeah, man.
Aja Kong for Mavita Loca, at least for the night.
I think it makes sense.
That would be so fun.
Yeah.
That wasn't even where my mind was going at all.
It was mine because of Suzu and Hardcore.
Yeah.
And what Aja's been doing.
Yeah. I think that would be perfect. Just make it a whole spectacle. Make it awesome. to make it that much more fun. In the next match, we had Azusa Inaba, Ruaka, and Natsuko Tora versus Yuri Hime, B. Priestley, and Saya Ida. And there was a little bit of B. Priestley calmed down a little bit for this night. She was not as aggressive.
We were ready though.
Yeah, we were waiting for it. Maybe they were like, calm down a little. But she actually won the match for her team by pinning Natsuko Tora. So it makes you wonder if B and Saya Ida might be eyeing those goddess titles a little bit.
It makes you wonder.
They did have a semi-successful run in the Goddess of Stardom Tag League at the end of the year, so you never know.
Did, yeah. I mean, it was cool to see, and B had a hell of a weekend.
She did. She's a lot of fun to watch.
She is.
In the next match, we had a 3-way: Momo Kogo versus Ane Kanaya versus Azumi. This match was so well done. It was so fun to watch because they kept on setting up these things like, hey, help me with this. Let's work together. And then they would betray each other. But they did it over and over again with different combinations of the three. It was so funny.
Yeah, it was great. And Ane, once again, keeps up.
She does.
You know, she keeps up.
She doesn't seem misplaced.
No, she never seems like she's stumbling, tripping, you know, sniffling, wheezing, anything like that. She almost won
a few times.
Dude, she's special.
I think she's close to getting her first win. I don't think it'll be long at all before we see her win a match.
I mean, I think she's special.
We did get a big Azumi win here. She pinned Ane Kanaya with the Azumi Sushi.
About damn time,
so,
girl.
Getting Azumi, those wins in 2026. Let's keep it up, please. In the next match, we saw Kikyo Furusawa, Kyoko Kotatsu, Saki Kashima, and Ami Sori versus Miyu Amasaki, Starlight Kid, Yuna Mizumori, and Natsupoi. So, pretty fun match here. We got to see a little team mutual love in the midst of this match, which is nice to see. But it was Starlight Kid with a star suplex on Kikyo to win the match. So, good little Neo Genesis and Cosmic Angels cross win.
It's always nice to see Kotatsu.
It is. We get to see her on the Korakuen Hall shows, really, and she does show up every now and then at a house show, but it's just nice to have her in there with God's Eye. She's so talented.
She's incredible.
And seeing those kicks, I never get old.
Yeah. She's incredible. I want more of her, and I want her to keep going. And you know, she gets better each time. So I'm always going to point it out because she needs to be on the small shows and the big shows.
Yeah, we want to see her at all the shows. The next match was a banger of a tag match. We had Ronnie Yagami and Shiri versus Alex Windsor and Suri. So Alex Windsor and Suri have teamed up once before in Ring of Honor, and they won that match. So now they come back here with this little tag team of theirs, taking on the IWGP Women's Champion and Rana, one of her favorites.
Rana wearing this Shiri gear, though.
Yes, she decked out in the red for this one.
So you can always tell it's a big match.
Yeah, that's her, serious match gear. So Alex Windsor and Suri are a force to be reckoned with. It's very difficult to take on that sort of power.
I mean, I don't want to take them on.
No, but I thought the Shiri versus Alex segments of this match were really amazing and really great. Obviously, Suri and Shiri are crazy good together, and I think Suri still has designs on the IWGP Women's Championship. She lost it back to Shiri not that long ago, so
absolutely.
I think she definitely wants another chance at it. I don't know that Alex hasn't explicitly stated that she wants a chance at it, but you have to imagine she has her eye on it as well. She won this match. She submitted Ronnie Yagami with the Windsor knot to win for her team. So Alex and Suri undefeated as a tag team.
I think with, if you look at the lineage already with that belt, who doesn't want a shot at it?
That's fair. Yeah, it's got a very list of who's who on that IWGP Women's belt. You got Mercedes and Kairi and Mayu and Suri.
It's unreal.
It's a crazy lineup of people, honestly.
It really is.
Following that match, we had another tag match, which was the moment of the night, I think, this match. Ai Sakura and Sayaka Kurara versus Sariano and Maki Ito.
Yes. And
already the matchup was causing issues because Natsupoi was kind of who are you teaming up with? To Sariano on Twitter. And Sari wasn't all into it to begin with either. She gave Maki Ito these eyes at the start of the match where she was just kind of why am I here?
No, but, she played it beautifully. You said this during the match. She has her gimmicks, but it was almost like she was not being that person. Mm-hmm. They came out, but they came out in such a way that it wasn't just about the gimmick. It was there.
Yeah.
But, some really great wrestling, and it was a lot of fun. And the matchup that made all this match so fun.
Mm-hmm. It's Maki Ito and Aya Sakura. Yeah. Aya, once again, proving that she has just something about her that's so much fun to watch. This match, it was a lot of fun. There was a moment in there where Maki accidentally hit her stunner on Sariano, and she was very apologetic after that happened. But Aya Sakura actually won this match by rolling Maki Ito up into a pin, so she pinned the newcomer to Stardom. But like you said, Maki showing a very controlled version of herself, I like to think. It wasn't as like outlandish and egregious with the flipping off and the cursing. She did do her moments. She had her Ito-chan call in the corner. She did flip people off. She did her headbutt and everything like that. It was very Maki Ito match, but so enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. It was entertaining from the, first to the last, but not anywhere near as entertaining as what happened afterwards.
Dude, I need to know what is going on in Aya Sakura's brain. She just lost it on the mic after this match. She's like throwing her head around, stomping on the ring, going crazy, yelling at Maki Ito. Maki's just looking at her like, what is happening?
So I've seen a lot of promos in my life. I've seen people kind of lose their mind a little bit on promos. I think about a certain friend of John Moxley's that,
Yeah.
had a promo, and was that a dark or a collision or something like that happened with her?
I think it was actually on one of the TV shows that maybe a Dynamite where Marina Shafir's like the whole you don't know me.
Yeah, you don't know me.
I think it was on an actual televised show.
So this promo where she's talking about she being Aya Sakura, talking about coming in here with the cutest in the world, but it wasn't that was, whatever she was saying wasn't really the thing for me. It was whatever the hell was happening with her arms and legs.
She was losing it.
It was almost like I was watching something in the jungle.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to some BBC commentator, and they're just like, in the wild, the Sakura will make herself even larger by putting her legs as far apart as possible and her arms as far apart as possible and shuffling side to side as she screams gibberish into the microphone. It was just like,
it was wild to see.
The scream, just,
she was so mad.
She was so mad. It was like the big mads.
Yeah, and it's clear why, right? Because she's a cosmic angel. She was raised under the cutest in the universe, Tam Nakano.
Right.
And Maki Ito comes in here and has the audacity to call herself the cutest in the world in the Stardom ring.
Yeah, but
how dare she?
But you just got a pin over her.
Yeah.
Right? And I get it. It's the outsider. And it was just good fun. I could watch that promo.
It was amazing.
Every morning when I wake up to make my day better.
Yeah, so Aya Sakura, she's upset about this. She challenges Maki Ito to a singles match in Osaka at the pay-per-view, and if she wins, Maki Ito is not allowed to call herself the cutest in the world in the Stardom ring ever again. And Aya has also started to make claims that she's actually the cutest wrestler in the world, going so far as to post very salacious photos on Twitter to make her point. And it's just like, who is this? What is happening?
The last person I would expect this from, other than Ronnie Yagami. Like, either one of them.
Yeah.
If you were going to ask me, I would say, oh, Yuri Himui.
Yes.
That's totally, I can see Yuria doing this. I can see a lot of the girls doing this. Hell, I can see Kikyo doing this. I can see so many people doing this. Aya Sakura is not on that list.
Yeah, it's more of a Sayaka Kurara thing, right?
I mean, yeah.
But Aya's so mad.
Yeah.
She's so mad.
No, this is,
she's ready to defend Tam's honor and Cosmic Angel's honor.
Listen, she sold me on the match.
I'm excited. Maki was hilarious too, because she answered and she's just like very calm and talking back to her like very gently.
What are you supposed to do when there's a madman holding a freaking gun and a baby and a knife? I mean, like, it's...
You just try to diffuse the
situation.
Yeah,
you're just kind of like, okay, dude.
Yes, whatever you like.
Whatever you want. The car is fueled up. It's all small bills. We're all going to turn our head and count to 20.
Go.
Just go.
It was great. It was amazing.
It was.
I really enjoyed it. But the next match was for the CMLL Japan Women's Championship. And this was Hazuki versus Mei Seira in yet another singles match. And somehow they keep topping themselves in these singles matches. Like every single time they have one, it gets better.
Do you hear music? I hear music. And it's the song of this match. It's the theme of this matchup. It's the beauty of the poetry in motion of Hazuki.
Jesus Christ.
Hazuki, listen, man. It's like I came back from summer vacation, and I've said this before. And we all went to summer we all went off our separate ways on summer vacation. My best friend Hazuki with her baseball jersey and her bat and everything. I was like, have a good summer, Hazuki. She's like, you have a good summer, John.
We went to separate summer camps.
We go to separate summer camps, and I come back, and here's this music playing, and there's Hazuki. And I'm like, oh my God, after all of these years of everyone singing her praises, of everyone saying, man, Hazuki is it. She's her. That song finally played in my head.
It hit you all at once.
And it's been playing, but you agree too.
Yeah.
I know this already. But listen, it takes two to tango. It's the two of them in this match, but man, there is something about Hazuki right now that is freaking legit.
Yeah, we've seen it for the past couple months. Every time Hazuki's in the ring, in these singles matches or even in the tag matches like the one the night before, she just shines in a different way, and she very much gives champion energy. And like, she does. The way that she wrestles in these matches makes me want to see more and more and more of her, and I just want her in the title picture at this point.
I do too, and she very much has had that energy at different times. Like you go to 2019 and watch, but it's a different thing. It's like right now she is, she's still super young, but she's got this incredible veteran energy, and she is the mentor to so many. She's got it.
She does, and it's impossible to look away when she's doing her thing, because I think we need to get while the getting's good. She's at the top of her game right this second, and
yeah, you're right.
I think she's only going to go higher and higher with this. She did win this match to retain the CMLL championship with a crazy little sequence of moves there, the diving senton, then the sheer drop brainbuster, and then like a side slam to finally put Mei Seira down. She did not want to go. And it's speaking of mentorship, Fua-chan out there seconding, she looked so happy like while Hazuki was winning, just doing her thing. It's so cute. But
Hazuki for a white belt.
Yes, Hazuki needs to be the Wonder of Stardom champion. Like at this point, it just feels correct.
It does.
And I would love to see those matches. I'd love to see a long title run with her. But right now, she's focused on that CMLL Japan Women's Championship. And she called out her next challenger, which is Olympia, who was very closely studying this match.
Yes.
So that's going to be crazy.
It'll be great.
And we love seeing Olympia. And we got to imagine that's why she's here in Japan. She's like going after that championship, has her eye on it. So we're going to see her versus Hazuki very soon, I imagine. And I'm looking forward to it. But it would be cool. I'm just saying, it would be cool if maybe Olympia took that belt home and Hazuki could focus on
the 5-star.
The 5-star Grand Prix and a title match.
Yeah.
Win a little title.
Winning the 5-star. Would be fantastic.
Man, 5-star Hazuki. We missed out last year.
I know.
We need more 5-star Hazuki.
I hope it happens. Somebody make this happen. Okay.
And in the main event of night 2 for the Artist of Stardom Championships, we had Lady C, Tomoka Inaba, and Hina versus the champs Fukigen Death, Rina, and Konami. And this was probably the best Artist of Stardom title match that I've seen in a very long time.
It was great.
It was incredible, mostly thanks to Rina and Hina going at it there in the end. I think was like that whole sequence was crazy.
Yeah.
It was a long match, yes. There were some cool things that happened though. Fukigen Death, for one, finally hitting the brainbuster death off the ropes. Not even in the middle of the ring, off the ropes. That was awesome. Konami did accidentally kick Rina in the very end of this match.
I mean, the whole time you're thinking, as I was, that they were going to lose those belts.
Yes.
And you were even, you were building it out. Remember,
I was like, something's gonna happen with this wonder match between Rina and Konami, and it's gonna go down.
Yeah, we were kind of wanting,
you had a whole story. in your head.
It's not a bad story.
It's not a bad story. I'm not saying it is.
So my story
you just get into your little your story writing mode, and you're like, this is gonna happen. It's like 5 things that have to happen.
No, it's not 5 things. It's just the fact that all they had to do was Rena had to get, there had to be some disruptions there between the two of them.
Yes.
They lose the belts because of said disruptions.
Yes.
And, then they turn on Rena because of it, because of her losing. And, while she's getting beat down, Hina, who is looking at her sister, has to save her.
She has to.
And because it's her damn sister.
Yeah. She's got to pull a Jimmy Garvin.
And then, yes, exactly. Exactly. And then Rena's a baby face and Hina's a baby face, and they're together, and she has her back going into that title match that she wins, and then turns right around and loses to Hazuki. But
it would have been cool. It would have been a moment, wouldn't it?
It would have been a cool moment in Korakuen Hall for the disruptions, for that to happen.
Yes. When Konami kicked Rena in the head, I thought that was it. I was like, that's it. The match is over. We're going to just go to the finish. Hina hit the jackhammer. She's going to win. That did not happen.
No, once again, Hate is the best team in the world.
The jackhammer was kicked out of. The Pink Devil was kicked out of. But then Rena hit this like reverse Gory Bomb move and pinned Hina to win and retain the Artist of Stardom Championships for Hate. And I don't understand it here. I thought this was going to be like, let those belts go so Rena can focus on the white belt thing. But, Hate is going to hate. They're going to keep their belts. I
mean, you got to think, how many times has Momo Watanabe hit somebody with the damn bat?
That's fair.
I mean, it's so much that I fear for brain damage.
Maybe they're sensible about it. Maybe they're like, we cheat so much that something is bound to go wrong, and we're all just going to be cool with it. That's what I'm saying.
They're the actual baby faces in our life, and we're all heels.
They're like the best of friends, and they're like, oh, so you hit me with a bat. It's fine. It happens.
Yeah, and we should be so happy that we're living in the age of the Hate title run.
They have all the belts except the IWGP. Every single belt is on Hate right now, which is cool. It's like a monumental thing, right?
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting to see when they start dropping those and how fast of a fall from glory they have once it starts happening.
We shall see.
But that was the 2 nights of Stardom in Korakuen Hall. Super fun, amazing shows. Really set up a lot for Osaka coming up, which was cool. Before we get to the pay-per-view on February 7th, we actually have a 2-nighter in Osaka this weekend on the 17th and 18th. Those are both going to be live on Stardom World. Then on the 19th, they're going to be in Takamatsu, which is a video-on-demand show. And then on the 21st, another Korakuen Hall show, which is listed as a pay-per-view, I thought was interesting.
That really is.
They don't usually do pay-per-view from Korakuen Hall, so I wonder what craziness will be going on. Unless it was just mislabeled on the distribution schedule, I will let you know next time when we update. Yeah, that's what it says. As far as Marigold goes, they have 2 shows this weekend on the 17th and 18th. They will not be live. They'll be uploaded later on Wrestle Universe. And then, like we said earlier, on the 19th, the new season of Monday Magic starts.
Yes, sir.
So you can't miss out on that.
Some magic is happening.
But this weekend was a lot of fun. There were some really great big shows all weekend long. We really enjoyed ourselves. We even went and watched some Miyu Watanabe versus Suzume and all that from 1-4. Like, we were just in it. We were having a good time.
Yeah.
We were enjoying ourselves all week. But hopefully you guys did too, and you enjoyed all of these. Let us know what you thought about all this Korakuen Hall goodness, and if you go and watch the Sendai Girls YouTube series, let us know what you think about it as well. We love hearing from you guys. Make sure you're following us on all our socials at Cult of Joshi, on X, on Instagram, on Facebook. Subscribe to the Cult of Joshi YouTube channel if you like to listen on YouTube. Give this video a like.
And wherever you listen, leave a comment.
Yes, a little review would be nice.
That is your assignment for the week. So if you don't go to YouTube and do it, if you listen on Apple Podcasts, if you listen on Spotify, wherever you listen, at your grandma's house, just write a comment on grandma's wall.
Yeah, like little stars and this everything.
What the hell is this?
But thank you so much for listening. That is all from us today, and I'm Raja and he's John. So long from the Cult of Joshi.
Bye.